Hello, everyone. I am Surrendal at the Awesome, and I'm back, and I'm ready to look at some more R's, and I'm ready to look at some r/slash am I the a-hole. Without further ado, let's get into this. But before I get started, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and if I can't convince you, perhaps this picture of my cat punching Hitler will convince you. I'm the a-hole for not allowing my service dog to come to our wedding. I, a 24-year-old female, just got engaged to my boyfriend of 5 years, a 29-year-old male, and have begun planning our wedding for the early 2023. Only picked a venue so far when planning. We decided on a child and a pet-free-ish wedding. Oh, that's good for you, OP. The first hasn't received any backlash yet. Here's hoping. The second one has become an extremely controversial subject in my family. My 21-year-old female sister has a psychiatrist service dog for bipolar and I think depression. Um, and she got this dog a little over a year ago, and it's a golden retriever. My fiance was attacked by a golden retriever when he was 11. While it wasn't physically severe, it did affect him mentally, and he had to go to therapy to be comfortable around dogs. He is fine now around dogs, but golden retrievers. Because of this, my sister always visits us without her dog. She usually is fine to go out if she is with our mom, but and doesn't want to bring the dog. This is what my sister says, not assuming me. When my fiance sees a golden retriever in public, he usually tries to stay as far away as possible and avoids them until they pass. This is usually extremely distressing, and he can't be in the same area as them, not always resulting in a panic attack, but having him on edge or in fight or flight mode, obviously not ideal for a wedding. When planning, save the dates, and we told our immediate family in person. When telling my family, my sister began to talking about how she would buy a bow tie for her dog to wear at the wedding. This took place at our home, and her dog wasn't present. My fiance brought up his discomfort, and I backed him up, telling her that her service dog couldn't come to the wedding. I posed the idea that she could come alone, like she does when she comes over to visit us. She got extremely upset by this, ranting about how we are discriminating against her and her service dog was essential for her functioning in life. I brought up how she was without her service dog functioning fine, but she immediately started crying and having a panic attack. My parents took her side and quickly left, with her still crying. My brother took my side, but that's only because he believes she doesn't need a service dog. I have no opinion on the dog's vitality. My parents called me the next day to tell me that it was unacceptable not to allow my sister's service dog to come along, and it would mean she couldn't come. Honestly, we're not that close, and she would only be coming as a guest. I posed the idea that she could come out for a dinner with me individually before or after the wedding to celebrate. Now, my parents are threatening not to come, and claiming my AITA laws against me. I honestly think my fiance's comfort in our wedding is more important than my sister coming, and selfishly, I want my fiance's focus to be on me and our special day. Am I the a-hole? Edit. My fiance has met this dog, but it was a traumatic experience. She secretly brought the dog and kept holding the dog towards him and wouldn't let him leave. It resulted in a panic attack. OP, I would not say that you're the a-hole, because here's the thing. If your sister can function fine without it, then she can probably come to your wedding without the dog. And also, with also if your husband is having panic attacks with the dog, yeah, that is probably a reason why the dog shouldn't come. I'm gonna have to give you a 0 out of 5 a-holes. Am I the a-hole? I did not wait for my wife to get dressed. I, 26-year-old male, and my wife, 22-year-old female, have been married for a year. She usually takes an extremely long time to get dressed, and sometimes, if she's not happy with the way she looks, she'll ask me to wait and wait another dress, do the makeup again. So we often get late to events, and today I had to go to my best friend's home for his wedding anniversary, so I told her to get ready on time, even reminded her like 4 hours prior, and I had got her a saloon appointment, etc. She usually was running us late. My friend and his wife were stalling the celebration just for me. I got mad at my wife and told her to find a way to get to my friend's place herself, as I was leaving without her. She requested me to wait, but I told to wait for her, but I just left without her. She didn't come at all and called me saying she doesn't want to come on her own because she doesn't want all the attention to be on her due to being late. I told her that to do as she pleases, and she needs to be punctual if she wants to come somewhere with me. She started crying and cut the call. Am I the a-hole? Um, okay. I'm gonna try to get this more of a one a-hole. I mean, it was quite jerkish for you to leave her there, but then again, considering the fact she was always running you late, I think she had it coming, so that's kind of why I'm giving you one there, mate. Am I the a-hole for snapping at my boyfriend for visiting his ex while I need help at home? I am recovering from a car crash accident where I hurt my spine really bad and one of my legs is broken. I live with my parents, so usually they're the ones who take care of me while I'm recovering. My boyfriend of 2 years visits me multiple times and helps me too. I have a sister too, but she doesn't live with us and she's married and pregnant and lives 2 hours away. My sister faced some complications with her pregnancy 2 days ago, and my parents left urgently to go see her, where she was hospitalized. I wish I could go too, but I could barely move from my bed before they left. My boyfriend assured them that he'd be there here to help me whenever I need, since we live only 1 block away from each other and 1 phone call away. So my parents trusted my boyfriend, and trusted me in my boyfriend's hands. Now, the title. My boyfriend is still close friends with his ex. I am not comfortable with their friendship, but I'm tired of fighting over it, and I trust him not to do anything that will disrespect me. His ex has treated me really bad in the past before, even I know that she was his ex. Our relationship um, is far from perfect. So yesterday, my boyfriend had plans to go to have some lunch with his ex. I didn't know of this, and it was the first day I spent without my parents' help. When I woke up, I realized that there was some of my medication was too far away for me to reach. I called my boyfriend to help me since I thought he was at his house and he wouldn't pick up. I called 4 times, no answer. Finally, he called me back, and I told him I want to reach my pills but couldn't go through the distance. And my parents probably forgot to put them nearby me, so if he could help me, he said he was out with his ex now, and he can't. I said, okay, but I need my pills. He said, well, try to go there slowly. Don't rush, you'll reach them eventually. I can't leave lunch now. I reminded him I can barely walk, and it's not recommended for me to even step my foot down or tire my spine. He said that I should wait until they're finished. I started getting mad and told him that I pre-promised my parents that he'd care for me and for the days they'd be away. He said I will, but I cannot cancel my lunch with my ex. That's where I lost it and started saying I'm effing handicapped right now, and I can't even rest my back on my pillow without suffering. He prioritizes an effing lunch, and I hang up on him, and he didn't call me back. He called me back. He came back 4 hours later. During that time, I called an aunt of mine who lives about a half hour away and told her if she could come and help me with some other stuff as well. When my boyfriend came back, he was very upset at me and called me an a-hole, basically for going off at him. When I told him that he still has a life outside of being a helper, I should be mad at my parents for not having the pills close by, not him. Am I the a-hole? OP, you are not the a-hole. Your boyfriend, on the other hand, is a real a-hole. And in fact, if anything, I actually think he might be cheating on you. I think with you, I'm giving you 0 out of 5 a-holes. For your boyfriend, on the other hand, I'm giving him a 5 out of 5 a-holes. I mean, that's a real jerk thing to do, mate. Why would you do that? I think with that, that's gonna do for today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.